There's more going on here at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland than talk about AI. Lots of food and beverage companies here are trying to understand how climate change may impact their business. Let's talk to one of those very large companies. Suntory CEO Takeshi Niinami. Tak, good to see you in person for a change.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So what has been your biggest takeaway so far from the conference?
Possible escalation of the Middle East crisis that may affect the world supply chain in terms of cost increase, and perhaps energy costs might go up again. So that's a huge risk. So things are more complicated than I thought.
So what is Suntory doing to try to prepare for maybe that happening as we see especially more shipping problems through the Suez Canal and the Red Sea?
Well, first of all, we are now piling the inventory, and we ship as early as possible. In 22, 23, so many our products are afloat. So we have to avoid, and our logistic team is very much agile to secure spaces now. But I think the travel time, shipping time is expected to be more than current, so maybe 1-2 weeks more.
Do you anticipate any product shortages? Do you have to take price increases to support those pressures?
We are now considering, but in the US, for example, consumer confidence is waning. So anytime soon, perhaps that will go up. Depends on the scenario of the interest rates led by Fed. So around the world, I think we want to increase, but the situation at this moment is worse than last year.
And for people who don't realize, Suntory, I believe, is the number 3 maker of spirits globally,
right.
But you make much more than spirits, and you make a lot more than Japanese whiskey, right? Sozzi tequila you own, Jim Beam, Orangina, also other soft drinks, beer and wine as well. So when you think about, just to expand on that pricing strategy a little bit around the world, what kind of pricing power do you have? Did you take a lot of price increases while we were seeing inflation in the US, for example, and now kind of where are you on that front?
2 things. First of all, we keep premiumizing our products and focusing on premium and a bit premium instead of super and luxury, which is under attack from the current trend of consumer inconfidence. So we focus on the premium again, and the tequila, American whiskey, and the Japanese whiskey. Whereas we want to respond to the current trend of Gen Z, who is not drinking a lot. And they are drinking seltzer, RTDs. So we are number 3 in RTD segment. So we want to enhance the current
Ready to
trend.
drink, that
Yes,
is.
yes, ready to drink. So we have a bold plan to expand our business of RTDs in the world, including US, including China, including India.
Just staying on the Gen Z, I didn't realize this, maybe because I'm old now. Half of Gen Z is reaching the legal drinking age by the end of this year. Why do you think are they not drinking as much? Is it a health thing?
I think health conscious as well, and somehow they don't want to drink just like their fathers, mothers. I don't think mothers, but more or less, there's a social divide in a sense. They like definitely the companies are dealing with the social contribution and environmental sustainability. Their, I think, value standards are completely different from my generation. So in that context, they are different, and they like that difference. So less drinking and enjoy, meeting people. But I think that is a huge trend we have to be concerned about in terms of increasing the spirits.
Your business, incredibly well run for many decades. And one of the benefits of that is you have a lot of cash and you can do things. Do you want to create brands out of thin air from the development team, or do you want to go out there and acquire brands like we've seen in recent years from the industry?
Well, switching brands amongst our competitors, that's a regular transaction. And we would like to increase our portfolio of tequila, for example, and we will increase the exposure of Japanese whiskey or Scotch, which we produce based on the Japanese craftsmanship in Scotland. So we are spreading to create new brands based on Japanese craftsmanship. And we work together with the local craftsmanship. So, excuse me, we are going to increase Scotch, Japanese whiskey, tequila, American whiskey, based on the more upgrading the quality, and instead of just the marketing, but we want to demonstrate that we are the quality player.
And speaking of which, Japanese whiskey, just like Scotch whiskey now has, and I believe Kentucky whiskey now has a definition, right? So talk to us about that and what that has done to the reputation of Japanese whiskey in other markets.
That's a concerning factor. As a matter of fact, from April 1st this year, the Japanese whiskey definition will be very much strict, which means you have to produce in Japan and you have to use Japanese whiskey, you have to age in Japan more than 3 years. Those definitions at least guarantee the quality of Japanese authentic whiskey. But I'm afraid to say quite a few un-Japanese whiskey, but saying Japanese whiskey. So from the 1st of April, we will demonstrate to the clients, consumers, authentic Japanese is Japanese whiskey. So we, Suntory, produce and supply only Japanese whiskey produced in Japan. So watch out, and we'll give a guideline to clients